There he goes. Alright, the one we're looking for. Yeah! I'm out here on the Arkansas River, back into a creek right now today. It's pre-spawn, the very 1st of April. Water temperature is 64 degrees back in here. The water clarity is really stained pretty good, but not muddy. It's a really good clarity of water that I like to fish this time of year. If you look through this creek, I'm hunting isolated pieces of wood, just lay downs. And to be honest with you, a big, thick, massive tree laying in the water is not quite what I'm looking for. I'd much rather just one limb falling in the water. Just something small, just something that something can ambush, get up there and ambush. I'm not looking for a big tree that's going to have 5 or 6 fish in it, because typically in a creek like this, there's not that many numbers of fish in a creek that live in a creek. They're in here right now because they're getting this spawn on their mind, and there's more fish in here than there normally is throughout the year because of the spawn. You know, a lot of people don't like to throw Cincos in stained and dirty water, but for me, there's a prime example right there, and he just took all my junk. But what I was talking about was people don't like to throw a Cinco in the stained, dirty water, but for me, with this little tail spinner on there, it allows me to throw it in the dirty water and still get the same effect that I have as if I'm throwing it in clean water. You know, you can work that bait like a worm just through the cover, or you can actually just swim it back. It has great effects either way. You know, you just let these fish determine how they want it. Today, I'm actually just hopping it through this cover. I'm just bringing it up and over and through this cover, and literally that piece of wood right there is my second time in it, and both times this fish has taken my bait. So I don't know if maybe it's a bedding fish that's sitting there, or if it's just one that got lucky and got away with my bait twice. This here is a young thumping dinger, and that's, I like to cut the tail off of this bait. Just like that, I just cut it off. And I'll take a little spinner, just a little gold blade. You can use silver. Me, I like to use gold, especially when I'm around dirty water. I'm kind of fishing some dirty, stained, dirty water. It ain't muddy, but it's just got a good stain on it. And so I really like to use gold. I feel like it shows up better in gold. You can use the regular yum dingers. Me, this is just what I happen to have in front of me right now, is this yum thumping dinger. But I'll cut the tail off, and I'll do the same thing with just a regular yum dinger. I'll cut the point off, and I just want to blunt in right there, and I'm just going to take this here with a little wire, corkscrew wire, and I'm just going to screw it in there. And this one here has a pretty good lengthy wire, but you want to screw it in there, because if you don't, then you'll really lose these spinners pretty simple. You know, just hitting them on the wood, and if any little bite or whatever, they'll grab and they'll pull these and steal your spinners. So having that little extra length of wire really lets you screw them up in the body of this bait a pretty good distance. Okay, as you can see, it's on there like that right there. I'm just Texas rigging this. I do peg. I'm using a bobber stopper here. It's just I want to peg this this bait, and the reason is because I'm throwing this in and around wood, and I want that sinker to keep contact with my bait. I don't want it on one side of the limb and then my bait on the other side of the limb, and I get a bite and then I got a fiasco trying to get it in either. So I want that bobber stopper to stay with my bait at all times. One more dance. No? Alright. Come here. That happened quick. So there we are on the tail spinner on a yum dinger, fishing this on in dirty water back in the creek on the Arkansas River. You know, it's just another tool that we can use in the dirty water. Nice little bass. Something that I'm not fishing real heavy cover, I will fish this Amistad, Cara Amistad rod. It's just been a staple in my boat since I started fishing. From the very beginning, it's always been my favorite rod because I do more flipping and pitching than I do anything with jigs and worms, and this rod allows me to be able to use with multiple baits, creature baits, anything like that. Anything I'm gonna be flipping at here wood wise within 20 or 30 foot, you know, this still has plenty enough backbone to get them fish up out of any kind of cover that I'm fishing. Very good. What are we looking for? Oh, come on back here, baby. Come on back here. All right. That's what we were looking for. Man, that dude made my line jump. Look at that. Down its mouth. Stained water. Pre-spawn bass. Look at the belly. This is a beautiful fish. Real pretty fish. Nice solid 4-pounder. Look at his tail. You don't think it ain't doing its thing? Look there. Look at the tail. They're up there. They're up there doing their thing. You know, I thought I was going to catch these fish and just lay downs. Typically this time of year, they're on lay downs in here. That just did not happen today. I threw spinner baits, I threw square bills, I threw some creature baits. I could not get them to bite anything, so I had to downsize. Stained water, went to the Senko, the little darker Senko, put a tail spinner on it, and just started hitting every piece of isolated wood I could hit. Come to find out, it seems like all my bites were coming off of single stumps. So what I was doing is I was going down through here. All I'm seeing is a dark spot, and I'm pitching to that dark spot. As soon as I pull it up over to that dark spot, boom, that's when I'm getting the bite. So it's happening real quick. Isolated cover. Seems to be stumps along the side in between laydowns today. There he is. Oh yeah. Come on, come on. All right. I told you it was fishy. Another nice chunky fish. The afternoon has turned on and we've caught quite a few more fish. Seems like they've turned on pretty good. So appreciate you guys watching. Take care.